in the next few minutes. Now, though, we've been talking a lot recently about how safe young people in Norfolk feel when they're out at night. You might remember last year we told you about a free new app designed to help with just that. TechShift, which is based in Norwich, developed an app called Callie and allows someone to share their whereabouts with a friend or family member. That person can then track them until they're home safely. Callum Coombes from TechShift is here to tell us exactly how it works. Callum, good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Morning, Chris. Hello.
Tell me about the inspiration behind this app, then.
Yeah, so really, as a team, myself and my colleagues have been working very specifically in safety technology for about 6 to 8 years now. So quite a long time for that little niche. And with some of these other technologies, we protect big businesses, Aldi, Specsavers, Mitsubishi, NHS, big companies with potentially big risks. And as we were building these, we really wanted to look into if there was need for a more general safety tool, something that could be used by anybody. And we put the question out there. We did a UK survey and a big focus in East Anglia as well, as we're based in Norwich City Centre. And to be honest, we were shocked at some of the responses. Tons of stories from people that had been followed or chased home on nights out, things that are genuinely terrifying. And that really made it a no-brainer for us to expand what we do for businesses into being able to allow anybody to use a safety system. And that's where Callie came from as a free personal safety app.
And how does it work if someone's on a night out?
Yeah, so it's made just to be part of your normal day-to-day life. You don't have to do anything particularly special. But all that happens is you download the Callie app and you add friends and family as guardians, say mum, dad, or your flatmates at university or something like that. And then at the end of the night, for example, when you get in that taxi home alone, all you do is you go into the Callie app and you say, all right, I'm going to be in this taxi for 30 minutes. Here's the taxi registration. Start. At that point, all it really does is it synchronizes a 30-minute timer with our system. And then if by the time you're home, you don't check in as safe, it sends an alert through to your assigned guardians, whether that's mum or your flatmates, and lets them know, hold on a second, Callum hasn't made it home safely. Here's where he is in real time. Here's what he's doing. Here's his taxi reg, and all that information that you wouldn't have at all if you weren't using a system like Callie. So it really closes that communication gap and answers all those questions when something does go wrong.
And what's the take-up been like so far?
Great, to be honest. Really, really strong. It's one of those things that you'd like to think that a safety app isn't needed, but we launched this about a year ago, and we've got just thousands and thousands of people on Callie now using it every single day. And there's a whole bunch of features. There's more than just the time safety tasks that I'm talking about in Callie. So all of the safety tools are being really engaged with on a day-to-day basis all across the UK and Ireland. So, and this is all completely organic as well. This is just kind of word of mouth and us going to universities and speaking about what we do. So yeah, the take-up's been incredible so far.
And we should point out that most people have a night out and nothing does go wrong. It's very rare that someone might get into trouble, but it does happen from time to time. And at least if you've got this extra way of keeping in touch with people, letting somebody know your whereabouts, it's peace of mind as much as anything else, isn't it?
That's exactly what it is. It's not something that we're not saying use it because you always feel at risk. It's like a tool to have. It's like having Google Maps when you get lost. Is that kind of thing where if you feel like you need it, if you want to use it, if you want that little extra coverage, it's there for you. It's on your phone at all times. It's not for, if you're always anxious or anything like that. We have people that use it that just go hiking or mountain biking or even walking a dog in the evening, just so, you're covered. If something goes wrong, it's there. And I mean, the reason I'm talking today is because of the recent UEA Student Union survey where, I think it's around 25% of those surveys that at the University of East Anglia said they sometimes felt potentially unsafe or even very unsafe in taxis after dark. And I think that's really what it is. If you feel somewhat unsafe, it's nice to have something to know that you're covered rather than not really. It's nice. It's nice to have that not feeling alone on the way back if you are on your own in a taxi.
I suppose the ultimate test of an app, Callum, is when it enters part of the language, isn't it? So traditionally, we might have said to somebody, "Give me 3 rings when you're home, so know you're safe." If we get to the point where people are saying, "Just Callie me when you're at home," then you'll know you've made it, then, won't you?
That's exactly it. That's why we try to give it quite a friendly, nice name, so you can do exactly that.
Yeah, it's a really, absolutely a good idea. And what are your plans for it? It's one of those things, I suppose, as more people find out about it and technology improves. Do you have ideas of where you could take it next?
Yeah, we've got a lot of plans actually. So right now we're protecting thousands of people now, which is great. What we are doing at the moment is reaching out and working with venues up and down the UK, pubs, clubs, things like that. Obviously, everybody knows of Ask for Angela, which is the nationwide amazing tool to if anyone feels unsafe in a venue, to get that response from the staff in there. But the big question that we always pose is what happens when you step outside the venue, when you necessarily don't have that support, when you have to either walk home, get the taxi, whatever. That's where we want Callie to come in. We want to plug that gap so you're never completely alone from the moment you need help in a venue all the way to the moment you get in your door. And that's part of the things we released what we call Callie Plus, which is a monitoring service that comes with it too. So if you go to a new city alone, say you go to Edinburgh on holiday, we can be there for you. So if you raise an alarm and you don't necessarily have friends and family in the area, we can literally stay on the phone with you and walk home with you until you get in your door. And if anything happens in the meantime, we've got priority line to the emergency services and all sorts of things like that. So what we're really trying to do is spread the word, get people to know that Callie exists, but also plug all those little gaps. So if you don't necessarily have the people to look out for you, we can do that for you as well.
Well, good luck with it. Thanks for telling us all about it again and reminding everybody of its existence. That's Callum Coombes, who's from TechShift, people behind Callie. They're based here in Norfolk, and they've come up with an app that is helping students and others feel more safe when they're on a night out.